My name is Chase Neal, and if you haven't seen my college story, you need to go ahead and watch that, because my college career was insane. But to make a long story short, my freshman season was pretty good. I came in as a wide receiver 2 behind Malik Neighbors, and I was still able to break multiple records. As in my freshman season, I put up stats like this while also helping us win the conference championship and the Sugar Bowl. And then in my sophomore season, after helping us win the Sugar Bowl again, to my surprise, I ended up winning the Heisman. And so going into my last year, my junior season, I feel like I had one thing I had to do left, and that was win a national championship. And we did that. Now somehow this season, I did not end up winning Heisman, but them stats I put up, insane. And not only that, I ended up leaving my mark on this school. My name is all over the record books. And for the NCAA, I got the most receiving yards in the season, the most receiving yards in the career, and most receiving touchdowns in the career. And so after my crazy college career, it's time to enter the 2026 NFL Draft to accomplish my dream of making it to the NFL. After 3 crazy years playing at LSU, it is finally my time to get drafted to the NFL. And after what I did in college and then doing this in my NFL Combine and College Pro Day, I'm projected to be a top 5 pick in this year's 2026 NFL Draft. And well, to my surprise, but at the same time, I'm not really surprised, with the 3rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Chase Neal, wide receiver out of LSU. And man, just the feeling of getting drafted to the NFL ain't nothing better than that. And to be honest, the training camps, all that stuff felt like it just came and went, because we're already in preseason. And yeah, my team drafted me at number 3, so they know I'm the guy for this team. But still in preseason, I'm gonna have to show off that I can do what I did at LSU here in the preseason at least. And in my first preseason game, my first time touching the NFL field, we got the Colts. But the thing is, coach is only gonna let me play 1 quarter in this game. Just get me warmed up, see how I go, and then maybe add on more time throughout the preseason. And so for my first preseason game, obviously I'm only gonna be playing 1 quarter. But when I tell y'all, the energy I felt walking into this home stadium for the first time with all the fans just felt so good. And just hearing this home crowd just made me feel even more motivated to accomplish these goals that I got for myself and for this team before I retire. And before I knew it, here on our first drive, I'm supposed to be running an in route, but I saw that zone wide open in the middle. So I decided to sit there, and Bryce Young got that ball to me to score my first touchdown in the preseason. And yeah, it might just be a preseason game, but I'm going to do everything I can do to make sure that these fans see me score a lot more of these. Defense ended up getting a stop at 2nd and 10. I'm stopping right in the middle, right at the first down, picking up this first, trying to spin off of that defender, but he hit me at a perfect time and got me down. Now last season, the Panthers did not have a good year at all. They didn't have any wide receivers. Adam Thielen had previously retired, and so in free agency, they went out there and got Christian Kirk, who was a veteran that should be able to help me throughout my progress as a rookie. And in this drive right here, he was going crazy. He ended off the drive on 2nd and 4 on this play action, getting open on this crossing route for the touchdown. And well, that was my last drive of that game, and it might be just a preseason game, but hey man, at least we still won. In this game, Bryce Young threw 10 for 12, 147 yards and 2 touchdowns, a very good game. Christian had 5 catches, 86 yards and a touchdown, but me, I ain't really get too many targets, 2 catches, 23 yards and a touchdown, but hey man, I got my legs warmed up, I'm ready for the second game. And in this game versus Steelers, I'll be able to play a whole half of football. So here, I'll definitely be able to build up some chemistry with Bryce Young and Christian Kirk. Now Bryce Young is coming off a pretty decent season. He didn't have any wide receivers last year. Now he's coming into a season with 2 new receivers, Christian Kirk and me, and we're definitely finna go crazy this year. And already, just a couple minutes into this game, I already have the same amount of catches that I did last game. And then to end off my drive on 3rd and 2, this dude's trying to press me. I ran right past him and got this easy touchdown. Just from seeing my college tape, Bryce Young knows I can go up there and get that ball. And here, he's trying to find out where he could put that ball at for me to get it. But he threw that ball up and that defender made a great play on the ball. Maybe if he throws that a little bit higher. But it's cool though, because on 2nd and 10, we ran a play action. I'm running an in route, I end up getting wide open, burning this DB, picking up the first down easily. This guy was playing way too far off of me on 2nd and 10 while I was running a streak route. So I decided to stop in the middle of it. And luckily, Bryce Young knew exactly what I was finna do. So he got that ball to me and we got the first down. After taking a big sack and then throwing an incomplete pass, it's 3rd and 18. He got the ball to Jalen Tolbert, who just barely didn't get the first down. It's 4th and inches, and y'all know we got to go for this. We got 2 slants coming off the left side on 4th and inches, and as soon as I ran this cut, he gave me the ball. But he threw it a little low so that they wouldn't have a chance to play on that ball, and another touchdown. Now we might have added me and Christian Kirk to be the 1 and 2 wide receivers, but still Jonathan Mingo is on this team. He's a receiver who's been on this team for a couple of years that really hasn't shown too much, but here he'll probably end up being a receiver 3 or 4. And maybe he'll be able to make a big impact like this play right here, getting us in the field goal range. Now 2nd and goal, I'm running a slant. I burnt this DB completely. He was nowhere to be found, and I'm scoring another touchdown. We are up 20-7 now. Our offense is doing pretty good here on 1st and 10. Bryce is trying to scramble out to the left side, throwing the ball down the field, but there's a flag on the field. I don't know how this happened, but the defense ended up getting a defensive pass interference, even though the ball was nowhere near us. But hey, we'll take it. Bryce is trying to test me one more time on 2nd and 2. I felt like I had to step on him. I feel like all Bryce had to do was lead the ball a little bit more out to the outside and float it, and I would have had that touchdown. But after that pass interference, we really wasn't able to move the ball, and on 3rd and 2 after doing this play action, TJ Watt got back there, picking up the sack, making it 4th and 15. Now with about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 2nd quarter, this is probably our last drive in this game because we'll only be able to play this first half. So hopefully I can score and get some more stats before I get up out of here. And little did this DB know, he was finna make my preseason highlight reel. Bryce threw it up again, and this time I came down with that ball, got my 2 feet in, and scored a touchdown. And I'm gonna just say, this league better be ready for me, because I'm coming with this energy the whole time. Me, Bryce, and Christian, we finna go crazy. And well, we got about 40 seconds left to try to get another touchdown. But when Bryce Young completed this pass, whoever caught the ball, I didn't see who did, but he fumbled. And that ended our drive, basically ending our game, well, at least for the starters. And somehow, when the backups came in the game, they blew the lead. We had 27 points when we got out. We still got 27 points at the end of the game. That's crazy. But other than them, we went crazy. 22 for 28, 340 yards and 4 touchdowns in 1 half of football for Bryce Young. And for me, 8 catches, 127 yards and 4 touchdowns in 1 half of football. Yeah, man, that chemistry is definitely building up. And now we're heading into the last week of the preseason, where coach is going to allow me to play in 3 quarters to show out. But for our first offensive drive in this game, we're not looking too good off our first play on 1st and 10, trying to run verticals, and Bryce Young ran backwards and ended up getting sacked for negative 12 yards. And then on 2nd and 22, something you never want to see happen, especially in a preseason game, one of our best offensive tackles, Akeem, ended up getting hurt. We haven't got the details about his injury yet, but right now we got to try to pick up this first down. I feel like Bryce Young threw this ball a little bit too early. I wasn't able to get the first, gain some yards, but we got to punt the ball now. And so we found out what the injury was. It was a dislocated elbow. So he won't be able to play for the rest of this game, and we don't know how long he'll be out for. But man, in a preseason game, that sucks. But nonetheless, we still got to come out here and ball. 1st and 10, run the post route, and I'm getting wide open in the middle of the field, and Patrick Surtain could not make that tackle. And I felt this is my perfect opportunity to taunt a little bit. I slowed down a little bit so he could try to think that he can get me, but I still scored that touchdown. Me and Bryce still trying to figure out how he can get that ball to me in 50-50 situation jump balls. We're testing it here on 1st and 10, but that DB made a great play turning around, swatting that ball down. And now that Broncos defense is doing their thing. 2nd and 10, trying to run the play action, Bryce Young trying to scramble out to the right side. Nobody to throw the ball to, ends up taking a sack. But even with it being 3rd and 17, Bryce Young drops back in the pocket, delivers a dot to Noah Gray, our tight end, for the big first down. And then to end off this drive on 1st and 10, I blow right past this DB. He had no chance at all. I get past him, an easy touchdown, walk in. Alright, now coming into the second half, we're having a pretty good game. We're up 21-9, and the first thing Bryce Young does is throw a pick. And the thing about that is, that will change the momentum for the rest of the game. Because after they scored a touchdown, we're only up 5 points right now. On 1st and 10, I'm running the flat. He didn't have to throw this, but he still did. And that pick went for 6. And so there goes our lead. We're losing by 3 points now, but there's still a chance. We're on their side of the field on 3rd and 4, picking up the first down. We're running the jet sweep on 2nd and goal, which somehow I hope that we end up doing throughout the season. I get the jet sweep, juke out Patrick Surtain, trying to juke out the safety, but there was too many people there and I'm getting me down. Still a good rush. 3rd and goal, I'm running the slant, and to take the lead, he threw me this ball off the cut for the touchdown. And they responded with a touchdown of their own. We only have 30 seconds for us starters to stay in the game because coach don't want us to be in for the whole game. And for our last play of this game, I'm running a slant. He threw that ball way far behind me. Couldn't complete it. It's cool because the backups came in for the 4th quarter and held it down. Ended up beating the Broncos 38-31. And Bryce, he had a good start, but man, them 3 picks, they do not look good on that stat sheet. And I had 8 catches, 179 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So, hey man, in and off this preseason, we're going crazy. I'm ready for my NFL debut.